Good morning and sliding into afternoon. Judy Allen here, San Antonio, Texas. And today we're going to make a tea light card. Or if you don't want it to be a card, you can also make it as a decoration, right? So whatever you want, because right now it's definitely tea time that I'm thinking of, whether it is outside on your back porch. Nowadays everybody has your entertainment outside, right? You got your we don't, but you got your TV screen, they got the light streamed up in the backyard, and I'm thinking, that's what I was thinking of when I created this, but you can do anything you want with it because it's yours and you can do what you want, right, when you make it. So let's go down the hands and let's see how easy this is to make. So this is what we finished up with last week, right? So this one here is the one that was done sideways, that we added some more to it, my feedback from other people. And then we have this one also. All right, I'm just going to set that aside here. And this is what we're making today. Now, this one does not have any ribbon on it at the moment because I couldn't decide. But, it's all about choices, right? So I didn't finish this up, but the one we're going to make today is finishing up. You're going to get to make a choice of colors, right? But I just want to show you how pretty the different choices are, right? So here's one that I did, so it would deliberately match that, and I thought I could easily put ribbon down here if I wanted to. But then also, right, we have a sheer ribbon that looks very nice too, right? And then when I made this originally, I did this on the back side. Now let's go ahead and make this in what we're going to make today. So you're going to have some tough decisions to make. The big decision for us is, are we going to make this with some ribbon on it? I got Old Olive, that is two-toned, or if we're going to make it in the new Golden Glow, right? It's all about choices. For some reason, my techie's going to have to work on this. This has got like a haze on it. Let's see if I can turn that off. It doesn't really make a difference. I still got a haze in there, but it doesn't matter. So, right, we have two choices here. Either you're not going to get it as pretty as it is because it's really much prettier than this. It's a rich gold color. And I'll just show you, right? So the toughest decisions half the time is what color are we going to make it in, right? So just to give you an idea, this is this here. And this one is here, right? So it's just a matter. So I have a tendency to go on the light side because that's me. Well, what do you think? Do you think we should go with the golden color or the green color? Right? That's what we're trying to decide today. So I'm going to go ahead and at least get the panels together. And I've actually cut up enough here that I could, because the bottom line is, I'm eventually going to do one of each, right? It's just a matter of what we do today while we're live and what your preference is. Right? So we have did I actually slide that? I did actually slide that when I did that. It is the beauty of glue, right? Because it can actually slide on you intentionally or unintentionally. So I've got the two colors here, right? So keep in mind, I'm going to have ribbon. Yeah. All right, let's see if I got anybody on yet that's going to give me a choice of what color we're going to do today. I don't know that we do yet. Okay, so we're going to forge ahead, all right? I know I always start a couple minutes early because I like to slide into the afternoon, right? Come into the morning, I'm a morning person, but I'm here in the afternoon too. So since I don't have anybody yet, let's go ahead. I've got enough here to go ahead and put the windows on back. So this is vellum that I've embossed with the embossing folder that goes with this. And I use the arches dies to cut the arches out here. So when you do this, I always like to sit there and fold my cardstock in half on the score line and go ahead and cut both at the same time. Because you're right. Because that way, if they're both correct, they're that way, right? If one's wrong, they're both wrong. So that you're in sync that way. And it's just easier too, in my opinion. All right, so we're going to go ahead. So part of it is, and I have vellum for both of them. I just didn't do the other part. I didn't align these up because I didn't want to, right? We create the way we want to, right? Because we can, not because we have to. This is about fun and creating for other people. So we're just going to put some glue. And actually for me, it was easier for me to just put some light piece of glue, because this vellum is not going to go from top to bottom, right? It's just going to cover the window here, so that we can put a tea light behind here. And I was just looking, I don't think I didn't bring a tea light with me. All right, so the main thing is, right, the part that's raised up is going to be to put down like this. And I'm just going to go ahead and put my block on top, or a block on top. Well, we're waiting for that to dry a second, and I'm going to come over here. So I'm going to do both of them, right? But the DSP is only going to go on one of them. So you'll just have to tell me which color you want me to finish up here on live. And I can always make the other one, right? Because I always like to do a this or that. This always makes a good this or that, right? So yes, let's see who I got here. All right, so yes, let me know. I see you're out there, so let me know whether you think you'd rather do the green here, which is Old Olive, or if you'd rather do this color here, which you can't really see it. I got like a haze for some reason. This is actually Golden Glow, right? Golden Glow. All right, so we have decisions to make whether we're going to go with the Golden Glow, or if we're going to go here with the Old Olive, which is two tones. I got the lighter side here versus the darker side, right? Remember, we have two tone. We actually have two colors. So I'm going to set this aside. Trying to see where I'm at. Okay, so I've already glued these together, the panels. So I'm setting the panels aside, as long as the ribbon too. And we're just getting down the vellum here at the moment. So we're going to make choices, right? Whether we want to do this one here with a gold background, or if we're going to want to do this one here with the green background. So let me know what you prefer, and that's what we're going to do. So meanwhile, we're just going to go ahead and get this on right here. So I'm preparing vellum for both of them, right? Only did DSP for one. So there you go. That's all we have to make a choice. And again, I'm just going to come lighter on the edge here with the glue. Right, and vellum is fun, and it's a great way, right, as we're going to use a tea light to be able to get the gentleness of having a tea light in here if you wanted to have it outside. And I'm thinking tea party because I got that tea party bingo coming up. So definitely tea party is on my mind. Plus, Miss Zoe and I went and had tea the other day, just the two of us together. So the whole tea light theme is sort of like on my mind. Whether you give it, it's whether you use it as a card or if somebody wants to use it, if you prefer to do it as a design, right? You can do either or. And we're just going to put it just like right here. And I'm just going to move that over a moment. Let that steady. There's I put the lid back on the glue. All right, so I don't have any comments, so I'm going to go ahead and do it then with the gold. Just to be different, right? Because I already did one in green. It just happens to be a different color green, right? And I'll show you in a minute so you can just see what the difference is in green, right? Because this is Old Olive on the light side. And I grabbed the wrong thing. Where's the one I just had? Here it is. And this is the one, right, with the Mossy Meadow. So you can see what a difference it makes and what greens you took. But the reason why I went lighter here is because I really wanted to use this color here, which is the Berry Burst color here design, and I really wanted to use that. So that's why I went with a lighter background. Definitely the darker Mossy Meadow looks great. The greens look great in general. I just want to do something just a little lighter. So we're just going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and do this one then. All right. So we've already put the panels together, and this would be beautiful too, right? We're not knocking that out. Any of this would be beautiful. Because all we're doing is taking beautiful paper and combining it with some ink and other cardstock, right? So this is here. So this is, if you want to know, this is 11 inches long. My cheat sheet's not here to tell me the measurements, but I can tell you this was scored at 2 3/4 on both ends, and then you're looking at your standard, right, 5 1/2 in the middle. So that's what we've got going on here in case you're wondering for measurements. Oh, you like the green? Okay. Well, thank you. Sorry, I already started on the gold, but yes, the green is pretty. I like both of them. I like all of them, right? Because it just really picks up the color. Right. So yes, you know, I was thinking this would be really pretty as a, you know, you're talking about the tea party bingo. Almost be nice as a gift, right? As a pillow gift. That's what I was thinking. So then I'm just going to add the tags, right? Because you're going to add tea light in the center, and then I'm going to show you how we're going to put the backs together. So actually, yep, let me do that for you. Because I love this here. It says you make the world a better place, and I think all of us do, and all of you do. And then I'm just going to do the other on the other side. And yes, I just put my stamps, right? Well, today's a day where I got my senior class, I got somebody else in the household creating, and like, believe it or not, we're running low on stamps. That's hard to believe, I know. Not stamps, but blocks, right? Blocks. You gotta share. It's all about sharing. Yeah. So Miss Zoe is here, and now she's precious and cute and all grown up on me. She actually had like, I guess 6 to 8 designs that she designed out on paper. So it was like, okay, we'll do some. Yes, I think I don't think you can go wrong with the greens at all. At all. I think I was just wondering too, well, how would Berry Burst go behind here? Because we got Berry Burst in there. But it's all which preferences is, right? So yeah, if I'm going to have this outside and I was going to use it as a tea light for friends or a tea party, I'm like you. I think I would most definitely go with the green, right? Because it's just going to go in with the scenery outside on the porch. Or outside on your porch. We can tea party anywhere we want to. We can party, period, right? Just have a little nice soft tea lights here. And then we also have the bling, right? So we don't want to forget the bling, which I have the bling too. I'm looking. So let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and get the back side of this on. Yeah, I'm looking to see where I set down the bling. I did set it down. But anyway, all right. So same thing. The back side is exactly the same, except we did not cut out any windows, right? So then all we're going to do, because it's going to, when it gets up like this is how it's going to fold, just so you know. It's going to fold like this so you can put your tea candle in here. I hope you can see that. Let's see. I think you can. So we need it right like that so we can, so you can put a tea candle as, let me tell you how wide this is, just so you know. So when you do this is almost a 2.5 by 2.5 square in the center, right? So you could easily put a 2 by 2 candle in here if you wanted to, but you know, have the stand-up ones. Just keep in mind the height of this is only 4.25. So whatever you put in here, ideally, I mean, the tea light candle is going to come right here, right? If you put a bigger candle in, it's going to come up here somewhere. So it just depends how you want the glue to go, right? But we're going to just glue these sections back here, okay? So I'm just going to put some, and it's for me, it's easy for me if I fold on my score lines. And just make sure your score lines here too are folded, because when I made the first one, right, it was like I didn't have everything bent back so I could match it up. And it was a little different. Trying to get that synced up. Right, so this card here is really, it's more prep time, right, than it is actually just making it. And as long as we have cooler weather at the nighttime, I wouldn't mind doing tea outside at nighttime or early morning, right? But candlelight, I think of as nighttime or dusk. It could be dusk, right? So I'm just going to line these up here. And I'm just making sure my edges. So I want to make sure my edges match, right? Because that's important. So I'm going to make, because that's how your square is going to line up based on how you do your edges. So make sure your edges really line up. Make sure I got it. See, I didn't get this one good right here. I'm going to gently pull that up. You know, if I had messed up and I had to pull the thing off and redo it, I would, right? And because all I'm going to do is glue it again. All right. Okay, so when we do this now, that's why I said bend them beforehand, because this is going to come out just like this. So we want this one to bend right there. Okay. And we want this one to bend like that there. And we also want to bend like this back here. All right. So if you need to test it out, just test it out. Okay. Because we want, once we get through, we want you to be able to put your tea light right there. Okay. All right. So we have that there. Now we're going to sit there and do the back panels here. And what I did with the back panels is I just used, and let's see, I just used these. So these are 2.5 by 4. So we're just going to put them right here, but I just add a little color here. So see how I've got color right here? I wanted to do the same back here. So what I did, so I wanted to think about how, so you want to think about how you want it to look on back, right? So what I did is they have this nice little design here in the kit that looks just like this here. It's just little lines, right? So I didn't use the whole thing. I just used a little bit down here. Now this is if you want to write on the back of it, right? If you didn't want to write and put anything on the back, then I wouldn't do this. Like in this particular case, this original one, if I wanted it, this just to be tea light and no message on back, then I would put the panel that I put here on the back of the card too, right? So it would end up with panels, 2 panels here on the front, and it would end up with 2 colorful panels right there as well. I mean, I could do 4, but most probably wouldn't. I most probably would just do 2. I don't know. I have to think on that. But right now I'm making it as if we would use it as a card. So I'm going to go ahead and use this color here because we used it on the front. And I'm just going to roll it. So you see it's got 7 of these back here, and I'm only using 2. So then I'm just going to come down here and stamp it down here. All right, so I just got a little bit of color there so I can write something above it. And plus I like the moths, so I'll make sure the moths are on here too, or butterflies, whatever you can call them, but they definitely do believe they are moths that we see wanting to go to light at nighttime. All right, the butterflies are usually asleep by then, or gone away for the evening. And then I'm just going to use Smoky Slate to do in here. So when I did this originally and I put it on, I thought, boy, I got this guy right here on the right. I really didn't want this right here per se. I just wanted these guys right here. But really and truly, there really isn't any other direction if I want the direction to flow, right? I could just put it in the center, but I don't think it'd look good in the center either. So let's just stick with what I did originally. Right, when you make yours, you'll just have to show us how you made yours. So I surely wanted to sit there and I wanted this to go up here on this side here, and I want it to go right down here just so it looked like it flowed together. All right, so really and truly if you wanted to stop there you could, right? But I just wanted the bigger moth as well too, because I can, right? Because we can. So I mean the moth looks good any way you go. It doesn't, whether it's up, down, or whatever. But I'm going to go ahead and stick with what I had to begin with. All right. Now the nice thing about this is I did darken this a little bit. Not on an example, I just showed you, but I used the moth on something else. And I just took my Wink Castella and I worked on grabbing that gray just to make it a little bit darker right there. And if that's not dark enough for you and you want more, then what you would do, because I mean, so if you looked at the paper, right, it just looks like it's got just a little sheer. So if you just put a little bit of the Wink Castella on here, it'll give it just a little bit of a soft blend-like look. So you want to be careful not to do it too heavy, because if so, it'll definitely blend those colors together. Or the lines really is what you would say, right? And I don't want to do that. I did want it darker right here on the head, just like it does in the artwork, right? And then we'll put this on with glue. So really and truly, when you look at this design, it's really, you spend more to make sure that all that color's off too. It really takes more time, right, to sit up there and to cut and everything else than it does to sit there and put it together. And that's why, you know, when we do club and we do stamp camps and we do retreats and all, right, you're going to spend more time putting things together because we already pre-cut all that, pre-cut a lot of stuff for you. Okay, now just do a little bit there, right? See, it just gave, so if you look at the paper, the actual paper and how their moths look on there, it's just like the top part, it's just got like a darker color, and that's what I did, because that's what I wanted, because I can, right? That's right. Okay, then we're going to put these on. And then we'll add our embellishments and stuff. Alright, so let's get this on here. And you could, if you want to put bling back here, you could. I did personally was not, but you could, right? The other thing that you could do that we did here at the house when we were creating something yesterday. We do create a lot of days, especially when we got other people here. We'll sit there and create together. So we actually flugged some Wink of Stella right on things. So so if any time you think that something, well, you want a little bit more and you can't figure it out, just you can get this, in this particular case, we get the shimmer pen, right? We get the shimmer pen and it could splatter some stuff across here. We could also do it with the Wink of Stella, right? So there we go. You can make all the handwritten notes you want. And if you don't want to do that, then I would sit up there and do like I was talking about. We'd go and just add the other stuff, cover it with the panels like this here, right? So let's make a bow so you can see what it looks like with the bows, because I like both colors, right? And this is, like I said, this is actually Secret C, which matches really well with this too, because you got so many colors in here, right? So here is Secret C. Get it just a little bit smaller. Alright, so we put Secret C here. That's what that would look like. And so it's a little bit thicker ribbon, right? It's wider ribbon. And this one here is the Berry Burst. And this one's like 1/4 of an inch. The other's like a 1/2 an inch. This is just 1/4, this one here. Okay, so you'll have to know, yes, well, this is the free class to go, so you will be getting it. So good, yes, so the original one I did do in green. So now you have to decide whether you like the Berry Burst ribbon, or if you prefer the Smoky Slate ribbon. That's the big decision. And you know what? I showed you on this color here. Let me show you as well in here. So there is your Berry Burst there, and here is your Secret C there. Right? So really, you know, it depends on what your background is and what you want. I haven't used, this will be, you know, this is most likely the second or third time I've used this Berry Burst ribbon. So let me go ahead, unless you just, if you prefer the Secret C, I can do the Secret C. And do the Secret C on the other one too. Because if we headed your way, we need our glue dots to put the ribbon on. I don't see that, so let's use a mini dimensional then. I forgot that I did run out of those. Alright, so I'm going to put this on with a mini dimensional, because that's what I have handy. And I'm just going to do it like right there, right? Because it's just going to be right above the tag there. And then I can trim it down. Yes, so you'll have to let me know what you like better, because that is what I'll do on the original. And that is what you'll be getting in your free kit to go. Yeah, so the free kit to go has got the green, right? I wanted to just do it different because I can, right? Just to inspire you and give you some other thought. If you tell me you like this one better, then I would most probably make sure that was in there, right? Plus, we have other opportunities, too, when the retreat comes up. And I'm just going to go ahead and put one on the other side, because I think it just will. All right. Well, I hope you're having some nice weather. It's on the warm side today with a slight chance of rain. And how yesterday, right? Doing yard work. painting out some flower beds with a lot of greenery in it, right? Which a lot of it was weeds, but right? A lot of it was very, like this one here. It sort of got the dreamy effect first thing in the morning especially, right? All right, I'll go ahead and put one on here with you know what, I'll just use another mini dimensionals. I haven't used mini dimensionals before to put ribbons on, but hey, if you run out, you don't have your glue dots handy because you used all the ones you did have here and didn't replace them, and even though you have plenty, we're not going to let that bother us. We're just going to go here and do it right here. So the reason why I put a ribbon on each side, right, so if you put a candle in here, granted, this is battery operated, because this is paper that is flammable. Thank you. Yeah, I don't think you have enough room to have a burning candle in the middle. I wouldn't, not unless that's there. It could be, right, a Christmas theme one. And, you know, this would be good at Christmas time too, right, to have a tea light candle with a Christmas theme and use the berry burst. The berry burst is a really nice color for that. All right, so there we have this right here, and your tea light candle's going to go right there. So that's how easy it is to make. We don't even have to seal up the others. The only thing would be is if you didn't want to write or put anything back here on here, just take this here and make extra panels and put those panels across the back, right? And I think that would be very nice too. So I'll have to do that, put that together for you, see what it looks like with it all the way across the back. And I'm going to go ahead, since you, do you like the Berry Burst ribbon on this, or would you rather the Secret Sea? Because this is the design that'll go into the kit. Yeah. Unless somebody says, I really would prefer you to give me another color like one of the other ones, that's fine. I would sit there and do that. It doesn't matter to me, right? When you get the free kit to go, so we're really focused on the design and the moonlit paper. But it's always nice to see what things look like and give different choices, right? Absolutely. Because that's what makes the world go round. Just having choices, doing things differently. They don't have to be the same. That's smoky slate right here. I'll go ahead and do it on the other side too. I know, so we were busy working on Christmas. Getting ready for Christmas in July. So we were actually working on Christmas yesterday. My princess and I were working on Christmas in July. So if you came in right now, you would see Christmas in July in one spot. You would see senior class in another spot, and then you would see this. You would be able to track where I've been, right? I definitely have left a trail, except I can say a princess helped me create the other trail. That I have to say she gets credit for the Christmas in July, what that looks like on that table. Oh yeah. Okay, I'm gonna put this on with dimensional 2. You like the berry burst? Okay, well let me put the berry burst on here. So this ribbon, it's got a little bit more, I don't know how I would describe it offhand. Oh, it's definitely not sheer, right? The other one's sheer. This one's, however, almost like it's got a texture or something all on its own. Get that going there. I would do this here. This would be beautiful Christmas, right? Christmas is just all about the greenery, the trees, and everything else. We might not think of fern, but you know what? A lot, if you go to think of all the flower arrangements and what they sit there and put in there to sit there and fill the space, right? Looks like ferns. They are, so you have to decide which one you would prefer for the kit that's going to come out at the end of the month. For anyone that places an order of $50 or more. So now this one, this one's a little bit thinner, okay? So if I'm going to place this with a dimensional, mini dimensional, I would have to trim it just a little bit. Let me see what I have to trim here. That would be easy. So it was okay to do this on the bigger one, right? But on these smaller ones, all right, I'm just going to take a dimensional itself then. I'm just going to take one of these mini dimensionals I just had. Almost I got the stickiness all off of that one. And I'm just going to take more for a Christmas moon. Oh, there you go. This is a nice Christmas theme, and I hope it's still around at Christmas time, right? I was trying to think if this was a catalog or if this was online exclusive. I don't remember offhand. So, if we want it for Christmas, boy, we need to get that made now, right? Or at least get the stuff you make. Alright, so I'm going to put that right there. Alright, so that's the berry burst. Alright, so you want the berry burst. Let me finish this other one off, because I already put those on. And I have half a dimensional to finish the other. Okay. So, you know, right, so you see that it really didn't take green cardstock with berry burst. Alright. Well, I hope you're enjoying your time away. Alright, so let's get this other berry burst on here. So right, so I wasn't even thinking of Christmas originally when I was making this, but you're right. I think this would be really pretty for Christmas too. I think of people decorating their tables with friends and family coming over for different things. Now we just need them to come up with a nutcracker. The name of this DSP is it's Flora. It's a Moonlit Flora. Moonlit Flora. Let me get my other half dimensional here. So yeah. So, right, when I go out to my farm, right, lots of times if I went out early morning hours, I would see everything fresh and looking like this. But I also see it like later in the year, too. You know, I'll see it down in an area where it looks very dreamy, where you can just walk down there with the wildlife if you wanted to. They'll all scatter, but... Okay, so we'll just trim these two up about the same. And I definitely like mine going the same direction. So let's get this at least going the same direction. Alright, and we'll get the same thing going here. Everybody's going to be the same direction, because that ribbon was just a little bit shorter. I don't know what people's preferences are. I have a tendency to do the other way, but it doesn't mean you can't do it this way, right? So whatever your preference is. My role is to inspire you to create. Okay, so there you go. Whoop, whoop. Alright, and just put your candle in there. And like I said, you do this back here, or you can actually put the panels across back there as well, too. So with that, I hope you enjoyed that, right? So here's the one I did with the gold. Here was the original one I did. We didn't put any bling on here, so bling would actually go nice as well, too. Let me get my stash of bling. And then we also have the ones we did last week, right? Those are both done in green with a gold background, right? And that's what we did with this first card. We used the same here, and we put it right here. And I did bring the, let's see here, there they are. I'm not sure. I mean, you'll have to decide. I don't know if it really needs any bling or not. I'm not sure. It depends on what you're going to do with it, right? So if you're going to put it outside or whatever. So this bling actually comes in. This one here is the one they have coordinated with it in the suite. But you know what? If you wanted your bling to be this berry burst color, all you got to do is color the clear here, and you can have berry burst all you want. We also have some flowers, but I think that the earthy tones go good with this, right? So we could, but I think I'm just going to leave it alone, right? Unless I could sit there, and I didn't color any, but I'd want to most probably with the berry burst if I put the bling on here. You could put bling on here with nothing. So I'm just going to leave the bling alone, because I'm going to have my light. If I change my mind later, I can add it, right? So this is what we've done so far this month. We've created a tea light, right? And then we've also created some of these cards here as well, too. So I hope you enjoy this, right? It's all about, let's see if I can get this back. Let's see. It's all about, right, trying different colors, different designs, because it's just beautiful paper. So it really does most of the work for us, right? We don't really We just have to create or cut the cardstock, whatever design we want to, but the paper does all the work here. So I really enjoy that. So I want to thank you for joining in today, and I want to thank you for supporting us and following us here, as well as YouTube and Instagram. So some upcoming deadlines, just in case you didn't know. Today's the last day for Paper Pumpkin. The 12th, which is 2 days from now, right, is the last chance to sit there and sign up for the Silly Old Bear Retreat in a Box to Go. And the 15th is the last day to sign up for the bingo, the Tea Party Bingo, and get your package mailed to you. There's other things going on, but those are the deadlines that's coming your way. Doesn't mean you can't get bingo cards, but the thing is I like to put a package with gifts on the inside, and I need that. If you're going to want that, then you need to sign up by the 15th. If you're not interested in that and are worried about that, that's fine, because I can always sit up there and take a picture of bingo cards and send it to you through email, right? But if you want the package, I need that deadline on the 15th met, all right? And just special too that we just got knowledge of is that we're having free shipping. So free shipping is tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday. So you have your wish list. Get ready. If you don't have a wish list, go make one and take advantage of the free shipping. With that, be blessed. Have an amazing week, and I look forward to seeing you next week. All right, as we keep it simple, we step it up with this sweet. Bye.